we don't like mentioning how Limit Mover has been kind of on the short end of the sticks for these past few games, past days,
Mm-hmm.
but they're already down 3 players, right? So would
Mm-hmm.
they have a contingency plan, because this is already match number 4 and the final date, and not to mention it is double placement points day. So are they letting that ball go? I don't know.
Well, the
It's
good
quite a
thing,
debate.
that they can they can get out of this competition with probably knowledge and experience. I mean, nobody from these teams will definitely
Mhm.
go home empty handed. I mean, what you can actually collect or gather from this very competition, you can actually apply that into the next tournaments to come. Maybe it can also, like maybe help you improve your gameplay, improve your strategy inside the game. I mean, after all, you guys are playing with the Titans, teams that have
Mhm.
participated in the global stage, teams that have participated quite a lot in the pro leagues, and some of the teams are still like an underdog, right? And who doesn't love like a
Mhm.
good underdog story? But then again, it's I don't want to say that these guys are like really shooting for the for the stars, but considering the number of
Mhm.
points that they have put up on the scoreboard, I mean, I think it's safe to say that they have not been performing so well, because we are already at the fourth day, for the grand
Mhm.
finals, and it will be very very difficult for them to actually, maybe aim to get to the top 16 of this competition. So might as well just do your best and just get everything that you can from this competition, and just come back stronger in the next tournaments to come. And maybe, for the next community star set out by Esports County, you will be the next team to actually dominate the fight.
Yeah, it's a matter of preparation, preparation, adaptability as well. So what these teams are doing, I think for every single match that comes their way, they do have to take notes, lots of it, because they're never gonna drop the same at the same place twice exactly the way they should,
Hmm.
and for good reason, right? We know how these flight paths will always be arbitrary. It's always the roll of a dice, and you're gonna have to make use of what you have. We've been seeing a lot of different guns lately as well. I like that. I like
Hmm.
that because it means that they diversify their drop zones. They diversify where they get off, whether it's a hotspot or really scarce supplies. It kind
Hmm.
of it kind of adds flavor to our games, but I can't say the same again for it's. I'm still in disbelief so far, Red, with YG, because this is a bit too early for my liking, and the same might just happen to GSM and Limit Over. We've been looking at Kokimu for a few minutes now, and whether or not his teammates are speaking in his ear, I think he himself there's a chance that he's hanging up the white flag already, because this is a long haul for him if he wants to survive.
Yes. And you know what, guys? This is actually just the first time for us to be casting this tournament and seeing like a different approach in all of the teams, actually, gameplays and the strategies. We are seeing a lot of passiveness so far. It's pretty much vanilla
Mm-hmm.
right now here in Erangel.
Yes.
And honestly, with the new point system coming into play, it has forced the teams to be, more on elimination points. But then again, we have to consider the fact that we are having a double placement points for today. And so far, I think that is the major reason why these teams are not so keen to go for the early engagements. I mean, they want to make sure that at least, they have a chance to catch the chicken dinner right now for
Mm-hmm.
this specific day alone. Because if we are having just like a regular day in this tournament, placement points aren't so reliable or like dependable as it used to be. But this time, it's a different story, just because of the bonus points, Pika.
Yeah, that's true. It kind of gets in your head too. Whenever you think that you're used to, I'm gonna go for those kills, right? But you have to understand that it kind of costs more, and it kind of gives more reward for you to go the distance and just weather out all these oppositions, rather than to satisfy that urge to pull the trigger. I could say that, because I've been seeing some of these teams really
Wow.
going for those eliminations. I think it also goes well with their record, but I think it's something that you have to take the pride out of, because we've been
Mm-hmm.
seeing so much of these MVPs. They do want to get their cards, and I'm not one to judge, but of course, it kind of feeds your ego in a good way, right? But that's a personal
Mm-hmm.
choice. I think that really going for that submission, going passive, it will really pay dividends in the long run. Now, speaking of which, we have Stalwart Esports
Mm-hmm.
over here. No eliminations yet, but they see Emas on like
Oh,
half dip.
oh
Oh no, he's
man.
going for it. He is going for the haymakers. Emas might just be it. Oh man,
Oh,
he carried him. Oh yo, hoisted up his shoulders. What is he gonna do? He ran. Oh
oh.
no! Man, they are
Oh
doing it.
man,
They are letting him have
he's
it.
not even he's not even deserving of the bullets. You know what? You just
Oh
they went
my
for the punching
god.
power. The disrespect so far, to the West Point Mambas, but you know what? It's just a game, ladies
Oh
and gents. So please don't get
no.
carried away with your emotions,
Yeah.
okay? But
No matter how much
jumping
we say
to
so.
Agon. Jumping into Agon, Pika. Right now, they are not having a very good time as they go up against a Falcon over here of MSF2D. And now, definitely, we're seeing a nade exchange, supposedly, but that ricocheted so hard, when Grinder threw that one and actually hit the wall instead of getting through that window. Now, Falcon cooking up the same very thing, but oh, there you go, Grind! Just miscalculated that one. He was the one that gets tagged along the way, and Blade as well. One player remaining. And that is 8IQQ. If I read
Oh
his
my
name
god.
right, it is all up to him. The saving grace, the last hope for his team. Now goes for that spray down, but
That's it.
Falcon,
That's it.
Falcon gets the job done.
That bird of prey was definitely hunting red. Beautiful stuff, and that caused an elimination. So let's check this out, ladies and gents. Of course, YG's out of here, Agon is out of here, and IHC joining the fray. We still have 13 teams remaining. Uh, I'd say at least 3 of them not looking very healthy so far. Yante from DRS knocked somebody down. That's definitely going on his record. So good stuff we're seeing so far from DRS. There we go, first frag, and looks like they're playing as they know. Red, they can't
Mm-hmm.
be again too complacent. Good ownership
Mm-hmm.
of that house so far here from Giante, just taking his time and again holding his fort. Now Raw, on the other hand, just takes out another mollusk in the process in the form of octopus. So this is for lack of a better term, Red Esports seeing red here. Red Queen. That's a lot of reds.
And a lot of those teams actually coming in from the west side of the map. Actually, the fight between Stalwart Esports, WPM, and also DRS just happened down south, of the circle, just along the coastline to be exact. But oh man, here comes another fight happening. Red Esports. 2 casualties so far. Walung and Domain are the last remaining players so far, and they are going up against
Mhm.
Limit over in this situation. Okay, but so far Domain just picked out the window right there. Okay, jumped, tried to go in for the
Oh
kill, but
boy!
here comes the attack again with a drop shot. Ooh,
Wow!
beautifully done. Kokemuwu was then sent back to the lobby, and Limit over is now over inside this battlefield.
Oh dang! Red. If you look closely, looks like Mambas have been they've been defanged once again here. They only have one remaining from their team, and that just as we said that Raw is also out of there.
Mhm.
That's painful. That's painful to watch. So Raging Bull also has one man down, one man remaining, and that's one of them. Mortaza just got ran over. If I saw that correctly,
Mhm.
that's not a good look here for Raging Bull. So my goodness. They have no elimination points whatsoever, Red. And the Delta rules OG, Killer YT, Gyante. The big dogs are still running the yard here. So
Mhm.
I don't know how this is going to be like for the other teams. Even with one elimination, we know how they can get as soon as we go to the latter parts of any match.
Yes, and if we have Mufasa back in Pride Rug, we have Mustaza playing here in
Hey,
Irango. Oh, that felt so much good. Finally got out that one off my chest so far. 11 teams and 30
you held that in.
players,
He
because I've
held
been
that
holding
in.
it off, I've been holding it up. But anyway, Stalwart Esports up against Karma in this one, and Karma now proving themselves to be one of the formidable teams so far to deal with inside this competition. Now, two remaining players coming on the side of Stalwart Esports. How well can they defend this one as Karma now is preparing to get inside this building and actually get the job done? So far, we are seeing a lot of smokes being popped off at the moment. But at any given time, Karma is now ready to attack. Skylightz Gaming as well up against Raging Bulls. We got AJ over here, just finished up Iron in that altercation. And again, we got action
There it
so
is.
far.
That's it.
The action that is still alive, but his twin brother has now been sent back to the lobby. A nade was just thrown. Action was just right behind that wall and was able to dodge that explosives right there. Now here comes another one from Action, cooking up that nade, ready to toss that one down to Toda, but I don't think he's gonna hit anyone right now in the process, Pika.
This is too exciting. I mean, I'm trying to hold my breath here because they are literally one floor apart here, folks. So Action and Nearzed, the last two players from Stalwart Esports, once again, we cannot be any more exaggerated on this one. They are also a crowd favorite. Nice throw, very short throw here from Action. He does have a bit more medical supplies here to attend to those wounds, but his vest is already halfway through. It's not gonna hold on for much longer, and he has a whole squad below him. Predators here, ladies and gentlemen, all in yellow. Let's see if look at this. They also have their hands up here, Red. You know what that means? These boys are playing pitch, so this is not a good look here for Action if he gets caught. Near Zed still out there, and GSM, wow, gone with no eliminations whatsoever. Okay, Red. So if you were in the position right here. If you were in the position of Action here, would you engage or would you get out and dodge?
You know what, Pika? I've never been in a competitive scene.
Yes,
I play PUBG, but I play only classic, so I really cannot say because I'm sticking to casting. That's where I'm good at. But we got the say over here. Don't be asking me those questions. Come on.
I don't want that
Stalwart
pressure on you.
Esports.
Okay.
Yes,
There's enough stress
'cause
already.
if I get attacked, I would definitely panic, and I think it's the same thing that happened to Stalwart Esports just a moment ago as they are being wiped clean out of the Iranko. Now we got 8 teams remaining and 23 players alive. We got the real soldier still alive and kicking and looking to get another chicken dinner for our day number 4. Now the big question is because they got 2 chicken dinners yesterday. Can we witness the same thing happen again?
Not to mention Karma Esports still looking really powerful here, Red. You know, you see how much they are a unit right now. They are absolutely cohesive. They have their designated spots. We got one man. We got one man in the vehicle, one on the second floor, and another one at the bottom floor. One, I believe, is scouting around, and none of them have actually taken any significant damage so far. None of them have turned red, but they are putting in so much work here. So I can definitely command them rather. One from DRS, make that 2 already knocked down, and that's care of Spike Healer YT. I don't know. I was about to say that he is not living up to his name as of this very moment. And AJ gunned down by Zen. So DRS here, Red. They gotta channel those inner soldiers.
Right, and they are about to exit the game with just 1 elimination point so far, and this is not even like a good number of placement points if ever they get eliminated. 7 teams. We still got 7 teams of Pika and 20 players inside the game, but so far we can see Federalis over here on top of this roof. Okay, safe and sound. I don't think he wants to reveal his position just yet. I mean, that would be the smartest thing to do so far because he is right there smacked in the middle between 3 the squads that are having a trade-off currently, and you don't want to get into the the crossfire that is happening right at the moment. But we got Domain over here. Okay, about to go up against MSF2D. Using his TBS, he went right outside, just right there in the balcony behind that wall. Oh man, he gets tagged from behind, but by Falcon. What an amazing eyesight he has over there.
Wonderful stuff. And Molano really went for that. He definitely pushed. Now Federalis, however, I believe that Federalis is the last remaining member of West Point Mamba. So got himself a little bit of a souvenir, supposedly. I'm pretty sure that's going to his name. In a few moments, so good stuff. But Leo takes out Toda, and only H goes for Wally this time. Look at
Mm-hmm.
that with 5 eliminations off of from Rampage from MSF2D. That is that is something. Oh, never mind. I was about to say that that elimination actually was Federalis from West Point Mamba. Very sad right there. And again, they were. If I'm gonna bring back the point I made earlier, it's a bit of a defang again for West Point Mamba.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
Hmm.
gonna have to regroup once again here, Red.
Right. And all of these 5 teams are actually fighting onto the west side of the circle. 5th phase, ladies and gents. 6 elimination points so far. It goes to MSF to the end. Pretty much this is maybe the first time that I saw, MSF to D pick up the action so far, stepping up their gameplay, showing up for our
Mm-hmm.
match number 4 so far, right? Here in
Yeah.
Erangel, because we've had like 3 sets of Miramar so far this evening. So let's see if they can actually get the job done, for this Erangel match, as they are now part of the final 5 teams in this tournament. And now we got Giante over here, not moving a muscle at
Mm-hmm.
all. Same thing with Delta, not really engaging so far in any of the battles that is happening inside of the game. Maybe they don't want to reveal their positions just yet, but pretty much,
Oh,
all of the teams are staying right at the edge of the circle. Now, only H, was that only H coming from Karma? I mean, you
yeah.
don't pick your head just like that. You don't pick your head. Your head is definitely going to be popped right at the moment, because we are talking about like a very small circle being crowded all together. But we got Delta over here cooking up those nades as well, trying to put down Falcon, but completely missing it.
Molana's really putting his back into this, right? I'm gonna say that out loud. So MSF2D, as you mentioned, they're really putting it on drive as of this moment. This team is not messing around. So they want that big 20. They want that venti drink on their desks by by morning. So let's see how this works now. MABATEX still in this, definitely. We know that they're
Wow.
more than capable of holding their fort. But here we go. Zen
Hmm.
finally knocking down Molana, who was on a crazy streak earlier, or rather, very good showing. I like this. I like this. This is anybody's game. They are literally houses apart.
Hmm.
They know how things could get, but this zone is not very forgiving anymore. Red. We're already at stage 6, so you can't
Hmm.
stay there. It's like stepping on acid for these teams. So they gotta be super
Hmm.
careful. Johnny taken out by Knight and Red. Okay, 3X might just be
And
getting in the way. He might be getting in the way
yes,
of
yes.
MSFTD.
And just look at their position, Pika. They are actually right outside of the safe zone, which is not very good to be in right at this
Oh,
moment, because all
oh
of the teams
boy.
that are right at the edge of the circle has now all of the guns pointing at them, definitely being gate kept at the moment. And this is like free
Mhm.
kills, for everyone. They're like sitting ducks in this, at this point in the
Especially for
competition.
Karma.
But the real
Mhm.
soldiers, though, I cannot really say if this is the best position so far. I mean, they are in between a lot of teams, but here comes Delta with a big surprise coming out of that bush. Gets 1 kill. Oh my goodness, Hazel is now out of the game. Now he is popping those smoke once
Oh
again
no.
to actually conceal his position so far. But right now, 3X is very much aware that there is a DRS
Oh
soldier over
no.
here just
Oh
waiting for the right
no.
opportunity to actually take them out of the competition. Now it is all up to Giante over here to seal the deal and get that winner chicken dinner. But can he be enough, though?
Man, if only he was a few shots earlier, that would have probably gave justice to Delta. That would have given justice to his teammate. That was really something. Okay, so good stuff right here. And we did say that this provides a very good vantage point, specifically for Team Karma here, Red. They are
Mm-hmm.
still 3 and strong. Same with MABATEX. 3X. They put up quite a fight, I would say so. They got themselves a good amount of frags over there. And this circle, again, I can't stress it enough. It's really not forgiving anymore. It's gonna be painful, so it's not a choice. It's not an option for you to stall a little longer. So Giante might, I don't know, might there be a miracle here, Red, for Giante, holding it down for his team, because so far Karma and MABATEX are they're looking pretty healthy. I think they can go another game like this, if I can say so.
Well, there can be miracles if you believe.
Oh,
So anyway,
goodness.
Gyante, I think he has one more
I'm
nade.
muting
So
myself.
this should be the lucky nade for Gyante over here. He needs to like put down two birds with just one stone. You know what I mean? But anyway,
Hmm
3x
hmm
Knight and Zen is still alive at the moment. There goes the last nade coming from
Oh
Gyante.
no,
Here
he
goes the
does.
Kobe shot. Knight was just left all alone so far inside the battlefield, but there is a chance actually to go for that quick revive over there because he is just
Oh
very near with Zen. But the big question is, what is Gyante going to do next?
man, this kid definitely had aces or not or A's
Wow.
in his physics class, because that was just perfect. Perfect trajectory. He knows he knows where that's gonna land. That was absolutely beautiful. I love it. I love it. Here we go now. Igneous slowly inching his way towards MABATEX, doing the same thing. He expended all his nades, but to no avail here, Red. So he is complete with medical supplies though, and that vest still definitely untouched. The proper flank just might do the trick here. And let's not forget, Giante, I think, hasn't been scouted yet. Toda's still good. Igneous as well. So, Red, that raises the question you brought up earlier. Giante, what now, my guy? Let's see.
Wow.
Let's see.
Man, my palms are really sweating because I am the one who's actually
Literally.
afraid and excited at the same time.
Oh,
But
no,
Mavic, that was a
no.
very,
Good try.
very good, instincts over there. He trusted his gut that there might be someone just crawling from that direction. He probably heard it. He probably heard the grass moving a bit. But anyway, now this goes down to just two teams remaining. This is Karma official versus MABATEX, the tandem of Eisenberg, Leo, the two remaining players, right? 8 elimination points so far going up against Karma
Yes.
official. Let's see who is coming up as the victorious in this altercation, Pika.
Oh my. Okay, just one wall away. I believe that Igneous needs to properly flank. They can't stay here forever, sadly. And look at this. This is very classic. This is very cinematic, ladies and gentlemen. We have Igneous and Toda. I think he's moving a little too much. If he does get hurt, then that'll definitely relay information to Leo. Oh, but what a good push! What a flank!
Oh!
And there it is. Igneous Karma official seals the deal for game number 4. Wow. Red, that was one
Well,
of the most intense final games I have ever had.
man, oh man, Karma doing it again. Wow, that was a very good performance, and that kept me at the edge of my seat. I almost fell down to be honest. But yeah, congratulations to Karma official team coming from Nepal. Emerging victorious for our match number 4 in Erangel. Oh my goodness, fantastic.
I was really holding my breath there for Giante. He could definitely make a comeback with all of that. That nade definitely gave him confidence. Um, but Karma and Mabitex right there, they showed us why they're still in the running. Here we go. So Toto with 4 eliminations, Igneous with a couple, same with Spike, but only H we did not rule him out at all here, ladies and gentlemen. But look at how this team definitely spreading out their tasks, giving their own bit of help for Karma official.
Yes, you know what? I really need to recuperate. Because of I think I lost too much energy from that from that encounter from those last three teams that actually battled it out for the winner chicken dinner. But yes, you're right. 4 elimination points goes to Tata with a hefty number, 553
Mhm.
damage. But the MVP goes to Mavitex.
Mabitex.
And we got Eisenberg over here with a 66.67% of total contribution for his teams and 6 elimination points so far with a whopping 673 for damage points.
You know what? I I for one was also rooting for MABATEX. I won't lie. I love the fact that Karma got their name back, but MABATEX, of course, we know that they've been putting on just as much work as Karma does, or if not even slightly more. I'm not one to judge, but good stuff for Eisenberg right there. And yeah, for for what it's worth, Toda is just just a few points alongside Falcon when it comes to their head to head. So
Yes.
553 to 630 total damage, good stuff. Now this is where it really changes. That that 5 points or 5 degrees of survival time compared to where Falcon was. Um, that is why I think Toda has a bit of a lead.
Well, there you go. Again, MABATEX with a good number of damage points so far and 9 elimination points. This is not bad at all. Still a very good performance. But Karma, with a comeback, with a very strong winner winner chicken dinner, man, 20 points. We're talking about 20 points once again, ladies and gents, and they are really, really performing at their best so far. DRS, I think there were a lot of times that the zone did not favor them. I think it contributes a lot to the fact that they have not been getting like good games so far, for this match. But let's see, because we still got two more remaining Pika. There's still a lot of
Yeah.
opportunity for them to make up for the loss of points. But then again, they need to consider the number of points point lead that they have compared to the rest of the teams. I mean, you don't want to give them a chance to actually catch up, right? I mean,
Mhm.
you need to show more a little bit of aggression again inside the game, because the guys of Asian is actually about to catch up with the number of points. I mean, with the kind of momentum that they have at the moment, it's
Mhm.
not really looking too safe. You don't want to be too
Yeah.
comfortable where you at right now.
And for good reason. Our grenade counts have have certainly increased with
Yes.
211 throwables, ladies and gents, and we saw that come into very
Yes.
very good play earlier. Not to mention they had so much healing going on with 7,222 points of heals. My gosh, that is a lot of hurt people. So that is one of those. That's one of those stats that always gives like a small grin on my face, but it also is it's also some serious business. So, wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. I would say for these teams that are still going at it. We are moving to game number 5, but as you mentioned, Red, the gap starts to shrink between DRS and those below it. So with
Mm,
193, that's DRS total. DRS is total for the time being. Karma with 161. The guys of Asian with 141. MABATEX with 134. That's our top 4. Red. What about top 5 to 8?
yes. Wait, before I read it out, I mean, I just
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to recognize the fact that Karma actually moved up, another spot. They have
yeah.
definitely taken the second spot from the guys of Asian. And also, A1 Esports has been moved down once again, coming from the fourth spot. Yes, but let's take a look at the other teams right here. Seventh Element with
Mhm.
125, GSM coming in at seventh place with 115, and Ruthless Aggressive Warriors now on the eighth spot with 105. Now, I just want to say that, okay, I think Ruthless Aggressive Warriors stepping up their gameplay as well.
Mhm.
Okay, can this really
Yes.
be my wild card in this competition? Because I did call it out. My top three teams, for this PUBG mobile community stars. We got Stalwart, we got DRS, and of course, again, my wild card, Ruthless Aggressive Warriors. But then again, we have a different set of teams that actually played for this match. And up next, I think we're heading back towards Miramar, and we'll have the guys of Asians back again for this match. So let's see if they can, maybe improve their stats as well and retake their position, from Karma officials.
Yes. I'll say it right. I'll say it right now, Red. Miramar is now something I'm not getting tired of. I'll be very very honest. So I cannot wait for these teams to actually be more equipped more knowledgeable, because this is the fourth time that they're doing this tonight. And as we mentioned, there's a lot more of adjustments that these teams, especially those below top eight, that they still have to do. For West Point Mamba, I say Skylightz Gaming as well. There's a bit more room for that for today because it is double placement points. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to take a quick breather here as we bring you the action. Pika and Red Queen Gaming, PMCS. Will be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Nag-i-echo ba? Kasi sabi nila, is the caster casting from the bathroom?
I don't know.
Why? Is it
Hindi naman
not
ako ba
good?
yun?
Hello? I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know, tech. Nag-restream ba tayo?
Ah, did we?
Parang nag-restream tayo.
Fuck that shit.
Straight line? Ah,
Production! Hello?
What?
No, it's back, it's back, it's back.
That shit. that shit. No, fuck that shit.
We are slowly inching towards the conclusion of day number 4, ladies and gentlemen, and we have seen nonstop action from Erangel. However, we are going back to Miramar this time around, bringing the action once again. Yours truly, Pika Lozano and Red Queen Gaming. This is still the finals of PMCS. And Red, yes, I said it out loud. We're going back to the desert.
Oh, yes, you did. And I feel like, on my part, it was a wrong move that I had like 2 cups of coffee because, considering all of the action that I'm witnessing right at this moment is just not really helping at all. Like my energy is like way, 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 way up high. But hey, we are all
Give me some.
enjoying. I am enjoying, and I hope the viewers are enjoying as well. Even the production is really enjoying. I can confidently say that. So if you guys are having a good time, and if you guys are like you feel like we're really up to what we are doing right at this moment, please don't forget to follow our gaming Facebook pages. we are very easy to find people. It's Red Queen Gaming. The name is just right down there below, and it's also Pika Lozano. Just type our names in the search box, and our Facebook gaming will definitely pop up. And also, please don't
Mhm.
forget to tag your friends because we are about to start the second to the last game before we end the night, and we just know that everyone is excited to see how well these teams are going to perform once again. But Pika, you know what I feel we're going to witness again now that we are heading back to Miramar. I'm interested to see if we're going to have the same dropping locations, or we are seeing like some sort of alterations, or like maybe see it like for these teams to play it passively once again. I mean, we don't exactly know what to expect.
For me, my biggest question is: are the lessons learned here from our teams? Have they taken down the nose that they should have? Have they
Hmm.
sat down with their coaches respectively? I'm not so sure. But again, with the fourth chance to enter Miramar and potentially leave with 20 placement points, that's anybody's ball game. And I am super super stoked. I want to see how this turns out. Is it going to be a different name this time around, or are we still going to see the usual suspects still emerging on our top four? So, Red, I'd also like to remind everybody that if you want to vote for your favorite team, just like we do, please do not hesitate to do so. You can check in the description and in the pinned comments, how you can do so. We only have until June 17th, 11 IST, 11 o'clock IST. So, don't miss that chance. Vote for them now.
One thing is for sure, Pika, I don't want to miss my flight back to Miramar. I don't want to blink and miss everything that is going to happen inside the game. Because, from the get go, pretty much all of the teams are in high energy. There are those teams that still would want to make a difference, in terms of their points, and there are those teams who want to play it a little bit passive because they don't have anything to lose at the moment. They have set a very high, score gap so far, so I think they can pretty much relax. But then again, there are those teams who would want to retaliate, or like if their altercation has become then personal, well, those are just like the dramas that I want to see, this as soon as we get back to Miramar.
That's true. Um, I for one am starting to feel that these teams have also started to maybe jot down or take note of who's eliminating who. Um, Especially
Hmm.
since a lot of these teams, they tend to encounter each other quite often. DRS tends to encounter a lot of, I'd say, T2K as well. Well, T2K also kind of picks off of Red Esports or Raging Bulls. They kind of have that usual formula that happens. And even A1, they tend to run across each other a lot, no matter what the maps are. But apparently, it's a very Miramar-esque formula that we've been seeing. So I'm really thrilled to see how this turns out. And are we gonna see more beautiful cars? I'm still a bit shaken up by seeing that muscle car earlier. We have
What, the
the
Golden
family
Mirado?
vehicle. There's that, yes, and then there's also I think that was a GTO. I'm not really sure, but that was beautiful. That I'm not so sure if it was Killer YT who left that hanging, but or it was Tour of
Hmm.
Love. One of them, I think. He left it out in the open, and I was so anxious. Please bring it back. I want to see that again. And even with Miramar, even with the rarities of weapons, we're starting to see a bit more. I saw some more DMRs coming into play, not just those M416s and not just those AKMs. So fingers crossed. I hope this turns out to be quite the tale to tell.
Yes, sir. So we're actually welcoming back the teams such as the guys of Asian, A1 Esports. We also have Seven Elements that will be playing for this match. And coming from the Group B, I think these are the players coming from Yangon Galacticas, WPM North
Eh.
Esports, and also Skylightz Gaming. And there's also that Nepal team, Red.
Oh, oh yeah, that's true. That's true. And Are you not a bias? Or you know what? I don't want to ask that anymore. I can already feel that your heart is where it is at already. So I admire that the commitment for you to jump for DRS. I'm all for that. Me, however, I'm putting some of my cards, if not the entire deck, on Karma. I am a huge fan already of Karma, of Karma official.
Well,
So yeah.
yeah, I mean, with the kind of performance that DRS really showed from the get-go, I think pretty much that is already a testament so far, for the
Mm-hmm.
audience to believe that they are the PUBG kings at the moment. And like I said earlier, I'm not taking out the possibility that some team can be able to overtake or like maybe take the throne from them. But then again, they need to work twice as hard so far, but we also need to consider that DRS, the number of points that they have set so far, that gap that we were talking about a while ago, it is already shrinking. Karma
Mm-hmm.
Esports climbing up the ranks, that is so interesting to see. And now that we are heading to our, the second to the last game before we end this evening, I want to see the guys of Asian, because I'm really, really putting up that much faith to them. Um, just to imagine the journey that they had from the get-go, from day number one, and now we are here at day number four. um it was really like a beautiful journey for them, coming off from the at least the bottom half section, and now they have improved themselves very well. I'd like to see more, and if they can actually finish this whole tournament landing on the second place. But then again, we are still not closing the doors on the viewers or like the enthusiasts of PUBG Mobile to give their
Mm-hmm.
to send on their voting up until June 17th for the fan favorite team here in Esports County.
The same goes for the players, ladies and gents. They need your love too. They've been busting caps left and right. They have been eyeing for the MVP title as much as they can. So they definitely could use some of your votes, some of your loving, and just head over to the pinned comments and the description. You'll know how. And thank you so much to Esports County. It's wonderful to be given this opportunity, Red. And as well as A1 Gaming Esports. I am really stoked to be here. I personally would just want to take this time while we are here to give us such action. And this is the end of our first week, I think, Red, for the finals, but it is not yet the end of the road for majority of these players. So not to mention, we have to close it out with double placement points day. My goodness.
As you said, it's the big 20, so we already know how important it is for the teams to actually catch that chicken dinner running around the Miramar. I know it's hard to, especially to pick up those elimination points so far, but hey, you got to do your best if you want to be, if you want to be at the top of this competition. Man, I can't even describe to you guys how excited I am, jumping into Miramar for our fifth game this evening. To be honest, Pika, I always look for another
Yeah.
term, to describe the word excitement. If there is like a superlative term that we can use so far, please type it down in the comment section. We'd love to use it, so far, because well, we're just actually waiting for the teams to settle down.
Hmm.
Probably everyone is still checking in their
Still in flight.
bags,
Yeah, yeah.
before the flight. Everyone is trying to prepare themselves. But hey, let us know. Who do you think is gonna emerge victorious for our fifth match?
I'm putting my cards there too, Red. But I'm gonna keep that to myself, because I am a huge believer of jinxing a lot of things. We know this for a fact. Every single player I mention falls to their knees as soon as I praise them. But I hope this is not the case for game number 5, match number 5 here at Miramar. We are returning to the desert, Red Queen. So we've seen different vantage points from vertical to horizontal to diagonal deployments of these teams. Let's see how we are gonna land to Miramar for the fourth time. Oh my gosh! Okay, look at this. We are we are starting we're starting off again from Puerto Paraíso. This is very synonymous to what we saw earlier, Red. And
Mhm.
we this is this almost never turns out well for the teams who deploy rather early. It's Because they're really gonna go on a clash, and with no loot in sight or nothing too powerful to defend them so far. Not much supplies, for lack of a better term. But again,
Hmm.
anybody's ball game here. So let's hit it.
It's hard to live from, Atlantis, because this is the coastal line, for Miramar, the only part wherein we can see like a body of water, and now we're heading towards the desert, which is, like pretty blunt at the moment. But we already are seeing, quite a performance so far around Impala, and there are
Already?
teams that are
Mm.
already dropping, yes, early at this point. And over to Los Leones, I can already see like maybe 5 squads that might battle it out in that specific area. And seeing before we left the map, I think the circle just favored the at least the central
Oh
location of
my
Miramar.
gosh!
I think it's safe for everyone.
Fred, just like that, high voltage already shaved off 3 of their players, care of BITX, and that was a dominating performance already. So wow, we had to say it out loud, Red, but that was
Hmm.
insane. We barely had enough time to build up for where these players could actually land, but or at least how their fates might be. But
Mm.
it was already told to us before that. And 0524, the lone wolf for his team right now. Oh man, you have a huge bag literally on your shoulders to have to carry your team the furthest you can. Oh man.
Well, like I said, I mean, the first tactical thing that you must do right after you take a plunge from the plane is to actually gauge the jump distance, from the plane to your desired location, because that if you do that accurately, you can get to the
Hmm.
guns first, no doubt. I mean, this is one thing that you need to master. It's a very good skill to master, to be honest, because, well, if you get to the guns
Hmm.
first, then you'll have the upper hand advantage right ahead. So
Hmm.
you have the power to actually knock down your opponents and break their defense so far, resulting to an early elimination. And it's a good thing for you. But right now, high voltage, Jiro, the
Mm.
last player remaining so far, and this now builds up the confidence coming onto the side of bad intentions. They really don't have any good intentions at
Hey.
all. They need to finish off this last remaining player to stay in the game. But here comes Romeo again
Wow.
with that nade attack, taken down Grind. Wow, that was a perfect nade.
Yeah, speaking of getting those frags in, I believe we've already started for the West Point Mambas that Emas already has a frag on their way. So here we go. Giro, oh wow, man, managed to hold it up a little bit. Look at that. You have to back off here, ladies and gentlemen. Dante, I believe from BITX, already knocked down by Giro, and he does add another frag
Hmm.
to his name. Now you got to heal up. But Red, you said it so yourself. It's also a skill to acquire. For looting, being witty with what you got. That's another process. Altogether, it's a different animal that you gotta learn the hard way sometimes. Now we have Super Angel.
Bam!
Oh, Romeo boy, that is it. They are out of there again. Red, YG with an
Wow.
early exit. My gosh, with only one elimination on their belt, this is a challenge for them, Red. This is an absolute trial.
I we don't exactly know what is happening with Yangon Galacticus. Is it like miscommunication? Is it like, they don't feel like they are up for it, or they not feeling so well in terms of like executing all of their plans inside the game? They're just really not having a very good time. But let's see what the Jira is going to do differently, compared to the rest of the teammates that exited the game so far, because of bad intentions. They are not pushing yet, but they know which building to actually crash. But so far, we are not seeing any hard moves just yet. And Jiro over here decided
Mhm.
to actually go to the second place. He is also trying to listen so hard to the footsteps, because this will
Yeah.
help him identify where
Hmm.
exactly he needs to actually strike. But right now, he is just at the top of the staircase over here, waiting for them to
Hmm.
get into the his line of sight.
Mm.
Okay, here we go. DBS, we all know how powerful DBS can be.
Hey,
Takes
he
down
takes one
one.
out.
K nice. Yeah, CMFTZ Knight. Oh man, my god. God, I can't even pronounce their names right because I'm just
Okay.
too excited, Pika.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I was the whole time that we were on this, right? I was just really eyeing for what Jiro might be planning here. It's a very wise choice for him to take advantage of over the shoulder vantage points. He can definitely make something happen. Oh my gosh! But right into the line of sight. I'm pretty sure they heard him. But what a valiant effort from Jiro right there. Right, we have to give him credit for that because I think 9-6,
Mm,
or if I'm reading
mm-hmm.
that right, he literally walked right into that line of sight by Jiro. He he,
Right.
he fell into that bear trap. So I'd say, Red, that was
Uh,
something. That was really something.
if he were able to actually pull that one off, that is a scene coming off from an action movie, no doubt, but
True.
unfortunately it was like a perfect timing, coming from the opposition side, and it's the percentage of him winning that altercation is a little bit low considering the firepower of bad intention so far. I mean, he is the lone wolf after
Mhm.
all, so it's really hard to pull off a win. And now we're jumping into West Point Mamba Esports once again. Again, they had an explosive start, from game number one. And right
Yeah.
now, starting off things with lacking one player. Migs has already said his goodbyes once again.
Mhm.
But amazingly, they already have like 3 elimination points so far. We are just at the first phase of the circle, but we already have 2 teams that was sent back to the lobby, and those are YG, or the Yangon Galacticos, and the HVDC.
That's yeah, really tragic. Jiro definitely has a tale to tell. He has a story to brag about after this. That he held his ground for like a good zone, maybe. Despite his teammates already being exiled very, very early on. Now here we go. Seventh element. We saw how a while ago they were doing really good, and they even managed to score a chicken dinner tonight, Red. So this is a boost of confidence for them. They just might be able
Hmm.
to take this back if they play their cards right, as we always say. We always put faith in them, but here we go.
Hmm.
Oh, if trying to see if somebody's gonna make that mistake of letting even an eyeball out that window. So good stuff. But Emma's right here. He's in a bit of a pickle, So gotta go heal. I think he had to go tougher, and oh man, my goodness, that needs a break in. So here we go. You might need to exit the mystery machine so far here, my guy, because I think you're a long way from home. It's this is gonna be quite a travel here, Red. So as you mentioned, Migs already maybe already chatting with them that
Right.
I'm so sorry, dude. But now CMF now gaining the high ground here. So
Hmm.
let's see, Red.
It, it, it,
Let's see
it
how
was
this is gonna
a
turn
it
out.
was a hit and run, coming from West Point Mamba's Federalis. The moment that he actually inflicted a little bit of pain, over to the players
Mhm.
coming from Agon, he immediately boarded that mystery machine and just let the wheels go round and round, and maybe heading towards the safe zone once again. But you know what? Second phase of the circle, we can already see a lot of callers. So far, it's a bit congested. It's a little bit crowded over to the central location, which I think is very good because we are definitely see a lot of clashes happen in just a while, which is a little bit of unusual so far, Pika, considering the fact that we've seen a lot of passive gameplays happen during game number 1 to game number 4 at least, or yeah, game number 4.
And the stats speak for themselves here, Red. These teams have shown us why it's still anybody's ball game, despite the fact that we notice some very very common names, if I may. Like we know how
Mm-hmm.
there's the guys of Asia, there's a Train to Kill, CMF as well,
Mm-hmm.
but I think game sense is really where it boils down to at this point. Speaking of which, here we go. Genesis' Master Itchy gets a frag of his own, and we'll never forget about them. The Genesis
Mm-hmm.
Esports is one of those. They're one of the teams that we've also rooted for in a way. Granted, the track record that they've had in big tournaments like this. So
Mm-hmm.
now for SG, well, we have Skylightz Gaming. We have Bon Clay Sama. He did hold out for quite a
Mm-hmm.
bit a few games ago. So
Mm-hmm.
let's see if. Oh my gosh! He tried to backstab here, Mr. Paro. No, not like this. Oh, he paid
Oh
dearly for that,
no.
right? That was tragic, and West Carry just putting
Yes.
the putting the final touches.
And I just want to go back to what CMFZ was doing a while ago. I mean, despite the fact that they had the higher ground advantage, they have one player that actually got knocked down. But you know what? It's going to be difficult for them to go out for that a quick pickup since they are a bit scattered around the map. So they do have that distance, and it's going to be hard for them to revive him. But anyway, T2K is in another altercation again, coming from a CMF. They are trying to avenge their fallen comrade. That is for sure. Doki again trying to do a spray down using that Skylightz. Here comes the attack coming from Train to kill. Again, applying everything that they've learned so far from their agency. But we are seeing a lot of back and forth happen between these two teams, and we can already see two of them bleeding out there in the open again. Doki popping off that smoke. Okay, the Elite now making a move so far. Okay, communicating with the rest of the teams on how best approach this situation. But definitely, he will be coming in for a fight with a huge retaliation on his shoulder.
Oh man, this I could definitely say that. Oh my gosh, I was about to say that Elite might just have a big burden to carry because I High was he was not in a good position. He was not in a good spot at all. So here we go. None of these haystacks are definitely gonna be put to good use here if Elite gets spotted, you know, by any of these teams, especially specifically Train to Kill. Oh, there! That's what I was talking about. Now they are one tractor apart from each other. While there's a bit of healing going on. Oh, you walked it right into enemy lines, Elite. That is it. And because of that that wrong call, CMFZ is out of there already.
I don't
Oh,
exactly
same with
agree
Raging
that
Bull.
that he pulled out his DBS instead of using the M416. It was
Mhm.
also a bit late for him to actually went for that push. I wish, you know, because DPS is actually good for CQC, and the
Yeah.
situation right there would have worked best if he had used the M416. You know, a good spray down would have done the job so far. And if he was able to keep that distance, then as well, I think it would have turned out to be good, you know, for his side. I think
Mhm.
it would have been an advantage. But anyway, 11 teams, 36 players remaining, and we have here once again the boys coming from West Point Mambas, and right now they are challenging this boys coming from T2K as well. We all know they just came from a fight against the CMF, so this is actually the best time to push in and move in for a
Mhm.
kill.
That's right. Here we go. Oh, speaking of which, and Michi down to his knees now. Federalis, I'm not really sure, what the plan here is. I believe they're quite scattered red here, but Train to Kill still complete. I would say the same for A1. Look at this. They are definitely
Mhm.
sandwiched here, red in this high ground now.
No.
Emas needs to make a quick run for it. Not this is not the fight that you would want to take. Here we go. Draws out the Scar. And look at this.
Man.
Look at the outnumbered. Look at the outnumber that Federalis is in. This is this is not a heroic move, if I may. This is actually plain suicide. Right? So let's see.
Right.
Maybe these boys need to regroup a little bit. Despite Migs not being in the
No.
equation anymore.
Mhm.
Let's see. They're still pretty strong right now. I could dare say.
Mhm. Mhm. If they need to get out of this situation, Pika. I mean, you don't want to be, be
Hmm.
sandwiched in between these two teams. I mean, we're talking about A1 Esports, and over to the other side, we got the players coming from Trained to kill both formidable teams. I think both of the
Hmm.
teams are actually not so
Oh.
much so as passive players inside the game. They know they are very
Mhm.
good at racking up those kill points. And right now, I mean, there's no stopping West Point Mamba Esports, even though they are already lacking one player. We got Emma's over here going up against the players of A1. Here
Yeah.
we go, pulling up that
Oh.
skull right over there and completely missing that
Oh.
Kara attack. But unfortunately, he pulled out that killer gun over there and actually tagged one of the players coming from WPMF. Federal is still trying to counter so far. And did you see how he was able to knock down that one player coming from A1?
Yes, he
Federalis,
did.
you need to show up, baby. You need to step up.
Oh my gosh, and here we go. The cavalry definitely not far away for A1 here. So Oh, there it is. Federalis takes K9 out of the picture. Now he is going on a back and forth
No.
again. Oh man, but Michi was the last straw, and just like that, West Point Mamba Esports leaves the lobby and back to the drawing board. I would dare say they're ready. Now CMFG, on the other hand, right here, playing steady, playing slow. I'd say that they want these teams to do the heavy lifting for the time being, you know. And there, A1 Esports already gone. And look at CMFG, just literally cruising, Red. But they already have 3 eliminations so far. They're standing alongside. They're standing alongside Seventh Element, but again, we're gonna go on a different pace here. Never mind. Okay, Karma.
Okay.
Karma official.
Wow!
They're just out for blood. Okay. Wow. Spike takes out Wallong and Pico Pick. My goodness, Red. I hate it. I hate it when I say that. I just always get proven wrong.
We are seeing a different beast so far, Pika for Karma official. I mean, I've never seen them this skill hungry so far in this competition.
Yes.
And right now, they have completely transformed the for us, and that is just you know like it's so exciting to watch. You know, very good performance coming from Karma. And on the side of WPM, at least it was still a good try. You know, I think this is the second time I've watched this guys play go up against A1 Esports, and it is still good. They managed to still put up 4 elimination points so far. It was just so unfortunate because, well, they got sandwiched. You know, they got sandwiched in between 2 teams. You know, from T2K and A1 Esports, and they were put in a you know like in a vulnerable spot so far. So I think that's where the problem started. Anyway, 7th Element. Okay. One of the performing teams right now, day number 4 of this competition. So let's see how good they're gonna go, or like they're gonna do so far as they challenge the boys coming from the guys of Asian.
Here we go. Tokusaurus, sadly, I didn't see how he was taken out, but that leaves 3 more from 7th Element here still active. All of them with vehicles here, so this is definitely going to be a parade for these players. Oh my gosh, but only H takes out Gokubot. That is interesting. So these vehicles really not giving them enough cover, or not even the advantage that we would so always say. But wow, okay, Agon, Red Queen, Agon is out of there. I am surprised at how fast this game actually is comparative to how the previous game was. You know, it was really passive. They took their sweet time, but this team, they are not holding back at all. And Turo Love just bolting out of there with his foot on 100. Let's see if the Train to Kill is gonna regroup, or are they gonna push for more of these gunfights? Man, this is insane. Look at only H as well. He's just waiting for a head to pop out.
Yes, definitely. But T2K Esports again showing up for match number 5 so far, and they've been getting a lot of kills, eh? Oh man, there was someone brave enough to actually go for that punch. A Karma official, ladies and gents, again with the kind of you know predators that they are becoming to be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Karma official really just showing us how good they play this game so far. But 7th Element, I think, was able to get one of them so far in that engagement. But also Tokusaurus is not being the dinosaur we all know him to be, because he was just like really put down so far. 3 players left for the guys of Asian as well. Amura Chile, I cannot believe it. You know, Amura Chile has been you know always the first one to go out so far. He is always the first player I see that's been taken out completely off the game. But let's see, the guys of Asian again going for that hard rotate. I think they are really getting to the safe zone as this time. 6 teams remaining and 16 players alive. We are at the 5th phase of the circle, ladies and gents. GSM, we got 3 points already, elimination points. The guys of Asians coming in with the 2 elimination points, and now getting another 1 so far.
Right, and again, the guys of Asian, I think that this time around they're not really the pushy team that we've been seeing them. You know, I remember that they have a really good sense of balance when it comes to aggression and passiveness, but right now I think they really are gonna sit this one out. If not completely, but maybe just hold back a little bit. They're okay. They're technically okay. We no longer
Ooh,
have a complete
ooh.
team here, Red Queen. So this is only a matter of time before one of these teams become combustible and they're very unstable. Okay, speaking of which, never mind. We're down to our last five. Seventh element eliminated already.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my goodness. So the guys evasion. There we go. Another drive by. Just granting more frags for these boys. And look at that Toda. I believe Toda's still way far
Alive.
from the line of sight here, Red. So
Right.
man, I don't know what the plan here is. Why did he even abandon that spot?
Well, only Todd can answer that one. But I think
You
he
get my
is
question though, right?
scouting.
So
Yes, he is actually making a survey on which best locations that they need to go
yeah.
so far. But yeah, I think they're taking advantage of the ridges over here. They are at the edge of the circle after all, but then again, we are seeing a movement, coming from the safe zone, and everyone needs to get a move on. Everyone needs to position themselves, to the best advantage that they can actually have so far. Bad intention going for that. Pick up as well. They need all the firepower to make sure that they get to the latter stages of the game. And speaking of firepower, peak, I mean, it is almost hard or like close to impossible that you get to the latter stages of the game with a complete set of players. So there must be some sort of like versatility that will come into play in your team. If in case you lose one member or you lose two members, you need to figure out on how you can actually counter or like maybe do well, even so you are lacking members of your team.
That's right. And speaking of lacking members, I think this is the furthest we've gone with no complete team anymore. I think that
Mm.
that also points blame at how these teams have been playing quite aggressively. Yeah. Speaking of which, there it is. So I'm from basically MH, I think. Yeah, that's MH
Mm-hmm.
from the guys of Asia. That's a good showing already. And BITX right here. Bad intentions are. I'd say they also have as good of a chance as any. So with 2-2 for the four teams remaining, it could go either way. Okay,
Okay.
that chance just dropped down for Genesis. I cannot actually I did not spot who that was that got eliminated
Mm-hmm.
already. So the guys of Asian with I was gonna say that the guys of Asian was I would say they're 2-2, but apparently they have three. So my apologies on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So Karma and bad intentions. Now they have to duke it out. Try to
Mm-hmm.
tenderize the meat a little bit before they push through for the big guys, which is TGOA. Oh man.
Yes, sir. And the reason why I think the guys of Asian has the best number of percentage of winning this tournament, it's because of the number advantage. But that was a while ago. Now that
Oh
another
yeah,
team has
seconds
actually
ago.
taken down one member. Okay, this now makes a fair fight for everyone. The guys of Asian as well as Bad Intentions now tied up, with the number of percentage of winning this specific match. But we are now down, ladies and
Mm,
gentlemen, to just three teams remaining competing to get this fifth chicken dinner for this tournament. Okay, let's see what is going to happen. We got CMF Knight over here popping off those smokes. Okay, he wants to
mhm.
conceal their location so far, so they want to keep this team guessing as to where exactly their position is. And I think they are preparing
Oh.
to go for that rotate. Again, you have to make the angles work for you, but you need to be careful because there is
Hey.
one player coming from TGOA, or not even TGOA. I think that was Genesis right behind
Oh,
them. That was
itchy!
Master Ichi. Yes.
Oh my gosh, just like that, BITX snuffed out and itchy. This is dangerous territory for you, but good try. Good try. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just like that, the
Mhm.
guys of
Mhm.
Asian closing out match number 5 with authority. So Red, that's this is uh, this is exactly why this team right here is much worthy of a chicken dinner. Congratulations.
I'm trying to figure out their symbol over here, Pika. Is this like an eagle, a
It's like a
falcon? I'm just not
bird.
quite sure. So if you,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a bird, but I'm just not sure like what type of bird we are looking right at this moment. But for those of you who are fans of the guys of Asia, please let us know what this symbol is, because I would like to say, like, okay, here comes the because I feel like dragons are the mythical creatures, of the Asian and the I love
Naturally,
dragons,
naturally.
and if we're gonna talk about
Yeah.
power, and like uh, uh, something to symbolize that power, I would always go for a dragon. But yeah, I think it's a
Hmm.
different thing for the guys of Asian. But anyway, yes, here we go. Let's discuss the team statistics. We have Am with 3 elimination points so far. Same thing with Edward, May with 2, and Amura Chile, since he went out of the game early, he wasn't able to actually
Hmm.
put up that much points, for or like points, for his team. In terms of damage, I think it was that actually inflicted a lot of pain inside the battlefield,
Hmm.
and only getting so little in terms of taking in damage as well.
Right, and insanely enough, this is not really a bloodthirsty version of TGOA that we're seeing right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know for a fact that they have that, again, as I mentioned earlier. They know how to gauge whether they should push or not. But this time around, I think it paid off. They get
Mm-hmm.
20 solid points of placement, so that says a lot. Now Toda, of course, with 5 eliminations, good amount of damage as well. That this kid right here, I would dare say he earned this MVP badge for match number 5.
Yes.
So other than that, Red, I think that even though TGOA, won, Karma, again, they're still showing us why they are some of the hardest grinders that we have for this entire series.
Mm-hmm. You know what, Pika? I think on regular days, you lean towards more on a kill based strategy, right? But now
Hmm.
we have bonus points. We're playing for bonus points tonight. I think you just need to rely more on placement points. So I think you guys need to stick to the objective, of the game, because this is not the time for you guys to really rack up, a huge number of
Hmm.
elimination points so far, because the star of the night is actually the dinner. Getting that chicken dinner will
Mm.
definitely be a huge help, for most of the teams. And you know what, for Karma, I think pretty much this is one of the major reasons, that their team was put on the map in the first place, right?
That's true. And
They've won
mhm.
like 2 winner chicken dinners. So man, that is like a huge leap again, coming from the bottom half section and now jumping into the top 16.
And not to mention, of all these days that you can win, this is worth 2 games here, Red Queen. So the guys of
Yes.
Asian, right? So this is something that again, it's gonna put them to good to good rest tonight. I'm pretty sure that they can kind of be a bit lax but not complacent later on, because come a few days from now they're gonna go back to the regular season, as we can call it. So good job to the guys of Asian. And sadly, if we're gonna talk about the only Philippine team that we have here, West Point Mambas, this is not the facade that we saw from them earlier on, but definitely something to point
Mm-hmm.
out, that they did try so hard, because we've been seeing a different approach from them every now and then, whether the need for it is aggressive, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's passive. I think they're learning from their mistakes, one pebble at a time. So, and disappointingly, we have less grenades again here at Queen. So, oh man.
And you know what, Pika? I think I can pretty much say the same, to A1 Esports. They are kind of faltering. Their star is kind of fading at the moment.
Mhm.
They've not really been having like good sets of games. They always exit the game a bit early compared to as how they dominate the battlefield before. So we don't know what's not working out for A1 Esports, but they have been, pro players for a very long time. So so pretty much they already know how to handle this crucial situations. But then again, we are looking at the overall standings, and
Mhm.
DRS not moving at all
Oh
at the
no.
top spot. But look at the number of points so far and how close Karma is at catching up with the real soldiers. And we are just talking about match number 23. We have 48 matches all in all, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like Karma, if they continue on with this kind of momentum, with this kind of
Mhm.
energy that they put out in the
Mhm.
battlefield, I think it is not at all impossible for them to overtake DRS.
This is DRS right now, ladies and gentlemen. They're really walking on thin ice, wafer thin ice. So
Mm,
this is very dangerous for them, as Red Queen mentioned, because that's what, like, I'd say 9 points away, and that can come in the form of
yes.
frags, not even chicken dinners as well. So they better be cautious, otherwise karma will definitely come for them, if with all pun intended. Now here we go. You can vote for your favorite teams and players, ladies and gentlemen, by checking on the pinned comments
Mm-hmm.
as well as the description of this video. So do not hesitate to vote for them, show them some love, give them all your energy balls, and we have up until June 17th to cast those votes. 11 o'clock IST. So what an awesome fifth game that was. You know, again, one of the notable moments I would dare say was the fact that no one during, like, I think the top five or even a bit more was complete by the time that that last
Yes.
circle was, you know, was upon them. So it means that these teams really went for those gunfights. They went for the kills. Hmm.
And I now wonder if DRS is talking about the fact that they let go of game number one. Was it a good decision? Was it not a good decision? I don't know, because we're talking about just how close Karma is at maybe snatching the throne from them currently at this point in the game. But anyway, we are going to discuss more about what just happened from game one to game number five as we prepare ourselves to go for the final game this evening, guys. So please don't go away. We will be back for more after this.
that shit. No, fuck that shit.
What goes around comes back around. That's what they say about karma. Now, the big question right
Hey.
now, Pika, is can they really take the thrones out of DRS hands? Can they really make it this time? But anyway, hey, welcome back. Again, you guys are watching day number 4 of the grand finals here at the Pubg Mobile Community Stars by Esports County with me, Red Queen Gaming, and of course, Pika Lozano.
So, as she mentioned it, ladies and gentlemen, does complacency ask for a prize? And that is what DRS Esports needs to think of right now, because the gaps, they're shrinking so fast, just like the last zone of any of these maps. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move back to El Clasico Erangel to close out the evening. So, this is Red, this is a breath of fresh air once more, but at the same time, this is also pressure for
Mm-hmm.
every single team that is dropping here, because this is their last chance, their last hurrah to get double placement points. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
20.
yes.
20. 10 plus 10. That is how important this is for a lot of these players. So, specifically for these teams, those in the grind to be higher up in the standings, they really need to make this happen. Now, Red, we're starting off in the military base. It looks like we're ending the course at shooting range.
Yes, and I'm excited to see if there will be teams that will be choosing to drop alongside Novo Repnoi or maybe like the military base. And I can see A1 Esports fastly approaching the south side area of Erangel, which is, I can say, daring considering the fact that they are not really in a very good position right now in terms of the scores.
Yeah.
STE at Novo Repnoi. So most of the
Hmm.
teams are choosing to drop around the central location, maybe around Razok. We also got, like players cut for Pochinki, and probably alongside maybe Shelter
Hmm.
or maybe I don't know, maybe heading towards the mansion area. But there's actually already a
Oh,
first blood that's happened, and that player comes from. HVTC, and right now
again.
they are battling it out. With who are they up against? This is IHC.
I see. And this is a similar picture they're painting here, Red, because
Mm-hmm.
Rogue is down to his knees, needs a bit of a revive. This is what happened earlier. As soon as they landed, they already have a lot of sights pointed at them. But I think this is not going to be a tragic ending so far for high voltage. There's still a lot of them
Yes.
to go around, but I don't think enough medicals to sustain them for a long haul. So they better get that game sense tingling again. Now, yeah, as Red
Yes.
mentioned, it looks like they're trying to merge towards the middle of the map, and I for one am
Mm-hmm.
terrified for whoever goes to Pochinki. That's oh, oh my God, Jiro with a vengeance to Godless with that
Oh
S686.
man.
Beautiful work. Sancher as well. Look at this. They look like hunters right here, Red, with all these shotguns going left and right. S1897 right there for the kill as well. So
Yes.
you know what? I like what I'm seeing right now, Red. We're doing good for a high voltage. Okay.
Right. And guys, you know what? If you are choosing to drop in a Pochinki, of course, you always, always, always need to get your team in a relatively safe region of the area. I mean, Pochinki is a hot drop, right? If you don't want to dive into an instant gunfight, you can maybe target landing at the six pack compound area or the triangle, which is both situated at the north side of Pochinki. Then maybe work your way towards the middle. But then again, we got players coming from Ruthless Aggressive Warrior. Okay, and they are ready
See.
to challenge up. Another team that is actually looting around the area of school. But whoa, he
Oh,
just walked right inside. I don't know what the plan was. Coming from the side
yeah.
of bad intentions. But I don't know what his intentions were, but that was actually bad.
Oh man, all pun intended indeed, Red. Because as early as now, not we're about to close stage one. IHC, MSX, and BITX, and that last frag was from BITX. Literally walked into the junkyard with dogs in it. So that was not a wise move, as you mentioned. Pretty bad intention
Mm.
indeed. Now smile. Oh my goodness, taking on these two by himself. Oh, with that
Oh.
M249 takes out Jiggle and Sky. My goodness, this man with the confidence with that light machine gun, and I guess that's a perk that you can get out of that heavy Rambo gun that we have here, Red. So, my goodness, okay. And three, they
Yes,
have
but
three cards too, Red. This is not a full squad.
but then again, what's wrong with being confident? Master Smile maybe said, you know what, I like your car and I'd like to drive that myself. But unfortunately, no,
Oh
no, no,
no,
no, not
too much,
this time.
too
Smile
much.
finds himself in a big, big trouble so far. Now that he is on his knees, but it's okay. We still got West Carey over here cooking up the stage, and oh, as soon as
What?
he was about to throw that, they changed his mind,
Yep.
pulled out his AKM, and actually made that work for him. Gets the job done, and now he was able to rack up 3 elimination points so far, and gets to save Smile in the process.
My gosh, that definitely turned into a frown there, Red. What a bold move for him to actually
Yes.
push through against Raw. So good stuff. Now, we're back to seeing Stalwart Esports here. So we know how Stalwart Esports operates on wisdom. A lot of their accolades really speak for themselves. So let's see if they can again, stay a little bit longer here. And I could say the same for our supposedly not complacent anymore team, DRS Esports. So they have a lot of competition here. So
Mm-hmm.
we're about to end stage 1, and we already had 4 eliminations teams wise. So it looks like the teams are going to be a bit more cautious. The
Mm-hmm.
disadvantage kind of goes to Genesis, granted that they landed with only 3 members, I think. So
Yes.
that's a bit questionable.
Well, maybe
Mhm.
they've had a little bit of technical difficulties, but this actually wasn't the first time for them to get inside a game with
Mhm.
lacking one player from the team. But let's see, a lot of things can actually happen still, and maybe even with just 3 players inside the game, maybe they can clutch like all the engagement so far. But still, that really is a big question mark. So let's see what's going to happen. For Stalwart Esports, they came in fresh from Novorepnoy. Okay, I think they've completely avoided the fact that they are just also within proximity with A1 Esports. They didn't want to engage just
Mm.
yet. The name of the game right now is to actually catch a chicken dinner, because that's where the
Mhm.
huge points are at the moment. And even though if you don't rack up kill points, for today, and again, just like what Pika said a while ago, this is the last chance, for the teams to take advantage of the fact that it is double placement points for today, ladies and gentlemen. So teams now probably will go on to a play safe mode, or like a more of a passive gameplay for the
Mhm.
final match this evening. But then again, first face of the circle, and we already have like 4 teams that got knocked
Mhm.
out of Erangel.
Look at this. This looks like a very confident. Oh, I hate it. I was literally about to say that high voltage seems to be a very confident team with the push, but they're still complete with 4 frags to their name, and no one was actually touched. But just like that, Arrow, wow, was at the very bad end of that barrel. So
Mm-hmm.
he becomes a casualty, and they already have Rogue down. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I literally, I was gonna throw my mouse upon seeing that. I was like, okay, because you really do have the tongue of a demon sometimes. But good stuff right here as we're seeing Genesis Esports taking out Rogue for the count.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Mm.
Red, it's no longer a slow-paced game here for high voltage, but there's vengeance, stirred up by Sancheer. He has 3 kills to his name, by the way. Impressive already.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and you know what? For the high voltage, I think they're going for the high risk, high reward type of gameplay now
Hmm.
at this point in the competition. But Limit Over is still not out of the woods just yet, because, well, they're dealing with the players coming from MABATEX. And
Oh,
MABATEX, I think, about to go out. And oh, yeah, there you go. MABATEX just completely wiped out by Limit Over. Now, this is something that should be celebrated, because it doesn't happen that much on the side of
yeah.
Limit Over. So yeah, I mean, kudos, good game, well played
Mm,
on the side of Mabitex. You guys can already rest now. I mean, it's already
mhm.
2 o'clock in the morning here in the Philippines, but I'm pretty sure you guys still
Oh.
have enough time to go for that 8 hours sleep. But anyway, action. Okay, we still got double the action, double the fun coming the side of Stalwart Esports, and very much near them are the players coming from DRS. Pika, do you think DRS is going to engage in this one?
Actually, I think they're gonna hold back, Red, because look at this jungle. We have so many teams still complete, and DRS. I know that they hold dear every single bit of manpower that they can
Mm,
grasp. So, and a lot of these DMRs are making it quite difficult for the players to hold up in their respective
yes.
compounds. So this is kind of tricky, especially for DRS. I think that looking at where they are in the map now, it's not bad. Milta's still in the equation, but how the circle is going to shrink it's definitely not going to be one for comfort. I dare say
Yes.
that. So a lot of the teams are also taking their time. in getting in, because granted we're so early, it's only stage two. But if we're gonna go back to the topic of DRS, I think they should they should allow these teams to duke it out
Hmm.
first. Tenderize the meat, if I may, before you go for the cooking.
There is actually another fight brewing around Pachinki. We might see another round, happen between A1 Esports and maybe High Voltage as well. For the side of Stalwart Esports, they are going around Milta over here, and I think there is a team also camping. Just also within proximity or like within the area, and here comes the attack. But this time it's going to be from the guys of Asian versus A1 Esports. Now we are seeing a lot of trade-offs happening, but nobody seems to actually knock down any opponents so far. So TGOA opted to back away. Okay, they did not engage with A1
Mm-hmm.
Esports. They are saying, "Hey guys, it's too early. It's too early to fight. Let's live another day. Fight this one off onto the next zone shift. If we see each other, if you guys are still alive, though." Ooh.
Ooh. Okay, okay. So I guess it's safe to say that for the time being, they're waving a white flag towards each other, especially DRS. They I don't think they wanna charge the bull when it's already mad. So I dare say that this exchange right here. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is one thing that DRS cannot let happen. Not only are you not in the
Oh
safe zone,
man.
but you are surrounded by so much opposition. Killer YT not looking very good, and he's being pursued here by Agon.
Wow.
But wow, enough killer instinct. If I can make that joke right now, he manages to take out Action as soon as he got off that buggy, Red Beat. Now the cavalry again not far behind, near Z and IC. Oh man, they need to take vengeance out of that one.
Okay. Okay. You do not poke the bear. I repeat, you do not poke the bear, but the bear is already down just because it
Okay.
took a nade to the face. But here comes Delta and Gyante to the rescue, but Gyante finds himself on the floor as well. So it's Delta. Delta now the only hope that's left for the real soldiers to get into the latter stages of the game. And right now they are really facing a very intense battle against Stalwart's Esports. Can we see another clutch
Mhm.
gameplay coming from Icy? Oh man! Accurate
Oh
play
yes,
coming from
yes,
Action! Oh my
yes.
goodness!
Red Icy never fails. He never fails. There's always something out there for Icy that is really, really stone cold. Now here we go. Here we go. Knight is in a bit of a pickle here. He has to make sure that he does not get caught by Sinister. He's already pre-aimed. There's already a knowledge of where he is. A lot of man. Oh wow, quite a mess. But Hitman, come on, please channel your inner assassin. That might. Oh man. Okay, Sinister takes out Knight. Here we go, Red. Sketch is quite distant from the rest of his team, and there's a rollout going on. Zen is
Man.
pretty cornered over here. Red,
Oh,
this is
man.
not a situation that 3x will. Oh my God!
Boom!
Through the smoke,
Oh.
he takes out Hitman. Oh my goodness. Red, Zen, Zen definitely had his fix before this.
Zen coming out of that smoke just looked like Undertaker, getting into a fight. I can hear his background music playing, to be honest. But
Definitely.
hey, the percentage of him surviving that kind of altercation, of course, was not favoring him at all. But still, you know what? Before he went out of the game, he was actually able to take one with him. If I'm going out, you're coming with me.
Definitely. It's a beautiful stuff. Now, again, the boys of Stalwart Esports over here, Red. As I mentioned, they haven't had you know, their casualties and whatsoever. They didn't have contact with anybody perilous to their overall team health. I'd say the same also for Limit Over. This is probably one of their best performances so far for the evening, and with 4 kills, 4 men still intact, they just might give a Stalwart Esports a run for their money if they go towards the last circle. So we're at stage 3. still, Red, but we're already looking at 8 teams remaining, trimmed down to half. One of them is high voltage with the last remaining member, not looking very good. They might not even consider him a threat anymore. Just gonna let these teams pick off those pieces, the leftovers, up until where it really counts. Oh man.
Yes, sir.
Oh
You are right.
man. Let's
Limit
go
over.
limit
I
over.
think
Let's go.
this is actually a very good spot. Unfortunately, though, Fear just came too close with Turu Love. But what's good about this Pika in this situation? I think there was a drop that actually very near to where they're staying right at the moment, so they
Mhm.
can take advantage of that one. But let's see what Kokimu is going to do
Yes.
at this situation, since he is about to get flushed, by another team in this situation. And I think these
Mhm.
are the guys coming from trained to kill. So it's the tandem of Kokimu and Nitrogen that will help save the day.
Never mind. Oh my gosh, I just as
Oh
you said it,
man.
Nitrogen. Oh, eliminated Red. Again, this is a curse, a gift and a curse that we actually live by as commentators here. But it is not over for Limit Over, all pun intended, because the devil himself is still alive. Again with Kokimu, so you may need to make a deal here. So gotta be super careful. You're still surrounded by a lot of really powerful teams. If I may, train to kill. What is going on with this? This is a mosh pit of a mess here, ladies and gentlemen. I see a lot of colors, a lot of ash, a lot of smoke, and shells everywhere. My goodness, people on their knees walking around. That is a lot to take in, and just like that, high voltage.
Yes.
Was
I was about to say mosh pit as well. Oh my gosh, yes, I was about to say mosh pit as well. But yeah, it's a
Hive mind
chaotic
dread.
situation so far, right? It's a chaotic situation because there were actually 3 teams that fought around the area, and I think the fight is not over just yet because there is a one more player lurking around the area, maybe assessing the situation if it is already safe to push. And Train to Kill again wants to avenge his fallen comrades. You know what? That
Oh,
is
man.
the perfect thing to do. I mean, this is the final match anyway, and it will be difficult for him to actually accomplish, to get the winner chicken dinner without the rest of the team. And there you go. T2K Action was able to take down one player coming from Stalwart
There we go.
Esports. But hey, unfortunately, though, it was just they're too damaged. They don't have that much firepower, and
Yeah.
so they exited the game just like that.
I was about to say that while there was a bit of healing going on from the side of Stalwart Esports, you saw how after all the dust has settled, I just saw how someone was picking somebody up from Stalwart Esports, but Icy was just walking around casually while healing. It was so funny. Like, okay, we're good. I'm gonna put these band-aids over my shoulder, and then we're good to go once again. And it makes good sense, right? Because no one from Stalwart Esports has been taken out just yet. Yes, they were down but not out. Now we have CMF here still again complete. Red only one elimination so far, but I think this is safe to say that they're really not going for those points. They're gonna go for the golden snitch here. They kind of want that. They want to go for that huge chunk of points. Oh, somebody's laughing
Mhm.
behind me. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
gets it.
I'm very much surprised. I'm very much surprised to the fact that a muggle knows about the golden snitch, right? I'm impressed. I will not deny that one. I will not deny you that one. But anyway, we are stage 5 of this final match this evening, ladies and gents. We are left with just 5 teams remaining and
Oh,
15
there
players
you go.
still looking to get that final chicken. Goku bot from 7th Element now finds himself out of the game, and they are
Hey.
actually the fifth top 5. They went out in top 5. Actually, in this specific match, but Stalwart
Oh!
Esports with 12 elimination points so far. Action not looking too good. Oh, he just became a
Oh my
pancake for
gosh!
breakfast.
Oh, that buggy definitely needs to go shop after that. That was a brutal frag. So here we go. CMF still the complete team over here. As we can see, percentage-wise, they do have the highest probability. And Stalwart Esports, they do have a lot of kills though. I'm gonna say so myself, right? It was definitely the trigger happy players that is putting them on the map right now. But again, as I mentioned, they are not going for those baby points. It is again the golden snitch that they're after. So they have to they gotta make this work. Just a bit more patience and just allow these players to make those fatal mistakes of being a little too greedy with those eliminations. Just chip out everybody who's getting in the way, and CMFG just might take this one right for the picking.
Okay, here we go.
Oh man,
Stalwart Esports already making a move. Now, number advantage goes to CMFC, in this last few zones. Okay, Nirtse boosting up. Of course, he needs the energy actually to go up
I am
against the
brimming.
remaining teams inside the game. I mean, we're still talking about A1 Esports being alive, and they can pretty much still clutch this one. They can snatch the chicken dinner, away from a CMFC, but Nirtse over here trying to look for
Mhm.
a very good angle to work for him so far.
Mm.
Um, he just needs to make sure that don't get spotted, because I think he
Mhm.
he, he will be murdered here. I mean,
Yeah.
he's the only one left.
Oh, there it is. I know, and definitely, I think he's throwing action to the sharks already. This is not a good look for Stalwart Esports here. So okay, there we go. What an exchange! And Elite down to his knees. Oh my
Oh,
gosh! Straight out of a movie. You only see those in action films that are rated 18. But at this point, wow, beautiful stuff from CMF. But Red, they are down to their last two members and Stalwart Esports. If
oh
there's any way
man.
that you can revive action, they can make this a 2 for 2. They're definitely gonna go for a tango here, but CMF
Okay,
still
okay,
looking quite
okay.
dominant. Points
Oh man.
red points wise, however, STE all Stalwart Esports already up.
Okay. All right, here we go. Silence,
Let's pray.
everyone, as we now prepare, to witness yet another exciting battle happen between Stalwart Esports and CMF. Okay, Nirtse actually trying to guess where their exact positions are, and right now I think that will be an accurate Molotov coming from Nirtse, and now
Oh
it's
my!
already up to Ayai. Okay, I hope it doesn't go Ayai
Oh
from that
no!
team. Oh my goodness, beautiful nade coming from Ayai. CMFTZ might be looking at a chicken dinner for this one, but STE with a huge number of points so far will definitely not let this one go in action. Now moving in for the kill and
No!
gets it.
Stalwart!
Oh man, 14 or 15, 16, 16 kill points plus winner chicken dinner. Oh my goodness, Pika.
Oh man, call that a table flip for Stalwart Esports. I am pretty sure that they are yelling at the top of their lungs right now after that really wonderful, amazing, breathtaking performance, Red. What a way to close the evening with Stalwart Esports' winner chicken dinner,
Oof.
20 points plus two digiters, four frags. Unbelievable. And here I am thinking that CMF was gonna inflict a lot of wounds on these really strong teams. My gosh, Stalwart Esports again, chef's kiss of a performance. Red Queen, oh man.
I need my energy back, please. I
I
need my
know, I
energy
know. So
back.
do I.
But hey, you know what? Stalwart Esports showing up once again, the Stalwart Esports that we all know so far. And there you go.
Look at
With
this.
the IC again, the only member that seems to be, always happy with that smiling face over there, which is actually pretty nice. Anyway, Nerdsedo. Is this Nerdse
Yeah.
do
I think
09?
it's
I hope
Nerd
we are not
Z9. Yeah,
Nerdzed9. Okay, I hope we're not
I
really
think it's
butchering
Nerd
your
Z.
names.
Yeah.
1,105 total damage in the game with 8 elimination points so far. He pretty much carried the whole team for this final match. Tops
Mhm.
again, he was. I mean, he always gets to be a part, of the MVP department so far in any tournament. So
Yeah.
I think pretty much he can always rack up good number of points. And I think all in all, it was a good teamwork coming from their team. They really wanted to make a difference so far in terms of their scores, and now they have finally done it. MVP, most valuable player, again, goes to none other than NerdZ09, again with 8 elimination points and 50% contribution for his team with 1,105 total damage.
I just realized now, Red, that Action 2 is actually tops. So now, whenever they head on to an MVP, or rather, like a chicken dinner, rather, I would see who there who is Action 1 and Action 2. All right. So here we go. Okay, bro. I'm not really so sure where Okay Bro is from. I don't think I saw that so much, but it's probably a player that we've already been calling out earlier. So with 804 total damage dealt, that's beautiful work. Pretty even on the eliminations, and but again, there's a reason why Tops slash Action 2 is one of our most decorated players as well from Stalwart Esports. Red,
Wow.
that was crazy. That was nuts.
Yes, and Stalwart Esports with a twin towers over there, with
Mhm.
the number of elimination and damage points so far that they have set. And you know what? On the side of HV, it only goes to show that they have no problem getting those knockdowns. But then again, the problem always goes down at how they can get the job done. How can they actually close the game? But with the kind of performance that we're seeing on the screens right at the moment against Stalwart Esports with 36 points is actually, as you said, Chef's Kiss. CMFC coming
Mhm.
in at second with 17 points. A1 Esports with 14. The Guys of Asian with 12. And HVDC with 9. I mean, these are the top 5 performing teams so far for
Mhm.
our final match. And just look at the throbos now again, Pika, up to 159. This is, I mean, we're trying to keep tally, on the fact that
Mhm.
just how many nades are going to be thrown in each round of the competition. Since what we've noticed so far, the guns are not really the primary weapons in this
Mhm.
tournament. It's mostly the nades that gets the job done.
That's true. That's true. And apart from that, that last exchange that I saw, what the beautiful, beautiful shoot through from the car windows. That was something, and that kind of translates to how these gunfights are exciting from top to bottom. So good stuff right there from Stalwart Esports. I am still stoked at what happened. Now, here we go. Before we close the evening, we would like to remind everybody, especially those of you who have favorite players, favorite teams, to please cast your votes. Very simple. All you got to do is check the comment section, check that pinned comment as well as the description. We end the voting at 17th June, 11 o'clock IST. So don't, again, don't hold back. Let your players know how much you love what they're doing, and the heavens know that these players are putting their entire backs into this tournament. It's 8 long days of PUBG mobile action, and they could use as much energy balls, as much electrolytes from you guys. So don't don't deprive them of such luxury. So Red, what an evening it's been.
Yes. Yes, you're right. And you know what? I just want to talk to the audience and of course our loyal viewers, or like the loyal viewers of the Esports County. Now, what I understand is that rivalries, it is what makes, every tournament very very interesting. But when it comes
Hmm.
to toxicity, I know I do get the point wherein you need to support your teams, you need to support your favorite players, but you know what, let the toxicity die down. It doesn't, I think, it doesn't prove any point at all if you keep on like maybe harassing each other down there in the comment section. We only have like one esports community, and we have technology already paved the way for us to get all connected so far. And if you are having,
Hmm.
because we are seeing a lot of players, a lot of teams that are actually doing quite good so far in the esports industry, it's all because of you guys. It's all because of the fact that we are all gathered here today just because we have one love for this game, PUBG Mobile, everyone.
All right. So without further ado, we thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I would really want to have more action moving forward, but that wraps up our evening. So with all our love handed over to you, Pika Lozano here and Red Queen Gaming, I would really want to salute all you soldiers out there, all you players who love their game from the bottom of their hearts. Good night, sleep tight. See you, and on to the next one. We are out.